podcast has no forward thinking. It's just a series of rabbit holes of chasing squirrels up trees.
What in the Steven Seagal is going to happen to you?
Welcome to Human Talk Study. Tacos!
Thank you, Emma.
Such a wonderful welcoming to the podcast.
I'm telling you, man, I think that's how we should start every episode, is just thank Emma for bringing us in, because it's impossible after hearing that little voice to not just like be ready to start off.
Well, the good news is she can at least listen to that part of the episode.
Yeah, that's about it at this
That's
point.
about it.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm hoping that they'll be able to listen to the radio show.
I think we'll be okay with that.
Yeah, because it's in, I've talked to people about it, and it's not so much the cussing.
Yeah.
Is why they can't listen to it, because their mom cusses like a sailor.
Yeah.
And I don't cuss at all. So
okay.
Don't fucking look at me like that, Clint. Get fired on your day off, Craig.
He's a man of the Lord. He doesn't use such words.
I'm a retired man of the Lord.
I was going to say he used to be.
but no, it's more the content. I mean,
yeah.
I think we talked about it the other day.
Oh, yeah, we have.
How I just don't want them to hear about me wrapping their mom up like a pretzel.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, now that we've got that out of the way, why don't we let the people know who is graciously joining us in the studio today?
We are super excited. We've been trying to get this in the works for a little bit, and lucky enough, we got them back in. People, y'all give it up. Hey, this time you actually get to put a face with the voice, because last time we didn't have video.
Correct.
So you get to see the big man himself, the Enforcer Havok. Y'all give it up for Havok.
Hey, how's it going? Y'all doing all right?
Welcome back, buddy.
Yeah, man, we were doing good. How are you doing?
Glad to be back. I'm doing fine. A little bit sore, but I'm okay.
Yeah, you just had a match last night, right?
Yeah, I had a match last night out in Pecan Gap, Texas. Small town. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, like 27 people?
You would think it would be 27 people, but
yeah.
Jesus, we had a standing room only crowd last night.
Nice.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Yeah, and I just want to thank the people to come out and,
yeah, of course,
help and, everything like that. And it was really fun.
Awesome. Awesome.
I'm not going to lie.
Did you win your match?
Yes, I did.
Awesome.
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
So you did tag team last night, right?
I did a tag team. It was Men Jacks against some Italian guys, CBC. I don't know. But
beat that ass though, didn't you?
I put a foot off in them.
Nice.
Talking about, I don't need to know your names to know I'm going to whoop that ass.
Exactly.
Exactly. It was the first victims of HTPW, so.
Yeah. So is this a new promotion or?
It's a new promotion.
Okay.
They're out of Paris, Texas. I think this year was their first. I think it was their first show. Mm-hmm. So they asked me about coming out. I guess they see me on Facebook and YouTube and all that, all of those social media, mm-hmm. And they called me and asked me about coming out and working, and I was like, hey, not a problem. I'll be out there. If I'm booked, I'm there. So.
Yeah. So remind the people, how long have you been in the business?
What's today? The 5th?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so in 2 days, I'll be in this business for 20 years.
Damn, give it up
Hey,
for him.
that's nice.
Give him another one.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
20 years, I was like, oh my God. When I look back at it, I'm like, man, 20 years flew by.
Yeah, I mean, and because when you think about it, there's not really a whole lot of people that can survive the kind of stuff you go through on a regular basis in this industry.
No, I've met guys. The longest they've been in this business is about 10 years, maybe.
Yeah,
and they'll get out, but that's probably because they do like all the stupid stuff.
Yeah, all the extra stupid jumping off this crap.
Stuff, and I'm just like, I think I'm gonna pass on that. So I just gradually had another 10 years in me.
Yeah.
So that's just how.
So they do all the stuff that I would do, jumping off 30-foot tall ladders and stuff like that. Yeah, thumbtacks and.
Yeah, my body's like, no.
Yeah,
it's not gonna happen.
It's just like, don't do it, bro. Don't do it.
There's that little voice in the back of the head saying, "Give the people what they want," but you need to walk out
Yeah.
the way you came in.
Yeah.
You know, so-
One piece. That's always preferable.
Well, see, like what I noticed, because we've had the opportunity to see you wrestle a couple times since the last time you were on.
Okay. Yeah.
And like what's awesome about like your style of wrestler is like you don't have to do all that. You're a taller guy. You're like an Undertaker type.
Yeah,
You're
okay.
tall and big, but you're agile. Like you can do the flips and off the top ropes and which a lot of big guys can't, but you can. So it's like you can do stuff to make it entertaining that other wrestlers have to do the thumbtacks and the chairs and the triple tables.
Yeah, and with that being said, it's like all a mindset with these guys, these new guys that's coming in. They're like, well, I need to jump off of a 30-foot ladder, or I need to do the thumbtacks, or I need to, like rake glass across my face.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. It's not a mentality that they're not. Let's see. I can't really explain it, but it's more of a.
It's like they have to
old
go
school
big
guy.
to make their name.
Yeah. Like an old school guy, he was like, I would talk to him, and they would sit down and talk to me, and they would tell me I don't need to do that. Tell me the do's and the don'ts of the business, And that's what I'm doing now with these kids.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I try to tell them the do's, the do's and the don'ts, but most of them they just don't listen. It goes in one ear out the other.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, all right, cool, go out and do your thing.
And when
I'll be here another 5 years while you're here for another year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when when you break yourself, don't come crying to me. I told you what you should do and what you shouldn't do.
Talking about enjoy that torn ACL in 6 months. I'm still going to be throwing bows.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. So with the new promotion, are they having you? Are you going to be a heel or a face?
Last night I came out and they booed me out of the building.
Really?
Wow.
That's what you want, though, right? Because you prefer being a heel.
Yeah, I prefer being a heel and everything, and I'm like, they haven't seen me. Like, this is my first time at this promotion.
And they're already booing you.
And they booed me like as soon as my music hit. They didn't see me. I made them wait. And as soon as I walked out, I got booed out of the building. And I was like, yes, thank you.
And then you would have us in the corner. Yeah. Woo!
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. for the people at home, what y'all don't realize is, so in the last promotion he worked in, he was a heel until we went to his first match and we got the whole crowd cheering for him, and he then become a face.
Yeah.
So we apologize for that.
It's okay.
We were just trying to support our boy.
I understand that, and it's understandable, and
I
can go either way. So
Yeah, I was thinking if we cheered for you and everybody else was booing you, we could get some like crowd fights going on. Like I could just start throwing bows on people out in the crowd.
Then we would have taken Jackson and used him.
Yeah.
Throwing him at people.
So anyway, he was pretty mad that I didn't make the 2-hour drive last night to take him to go see you wrestle.
man, I didn't want to make that 2-hour drive.
I know. As soon as I saw you post about it, I went into my maps and I was like, all right, how far is
Yeah.
it? And I was like 2 hours, and I will do it. But we had basketball games all day yesterday, and I was like, I really am not 2 hours there. And it's not the 2 hours there because there is never a problem.
It's always the 2 hours home.
back
Yeah.
at 9 p.m. is what gets you.
Yeah, because I didn't make it home until about 1:30 this morning.
Yeah.
So I made it home at 1:30, and then I had to go to work or whatever at like about 12.
Damn.
And then I came back home after I got off and showered and everything, and I came here.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
You've
Saturday, I went to work, got off at 12, left from work going straight up to Pecan Gap, and I had to wrestle and everything. And then, so I've had a long weekend.
Yeah.
So let me. Have you worked with any of the wrestlers that you're working with in this promotion?
Yeah, I've worked with a couple of the guys
Okay.
at the last promotion that I worked for. A lot of those guys, they was there, and a lot of stuff came up, and
Yeah.
it was just like, you know what, we're not even gonna address that issue.
Yeah.
So
No, and without going into it, thank you for that.
Yeah. We greatly appreciated, sir.
Yeah.
yeah, not a problem.
Yeah, for the heads up on that. So you've got a bunch of guys that went with you over in this. Are you exclusive with this promotion now, or
I'm not exclusive with any promotion, but
Hell yeah.
if
wrestle where I want, when I want?
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not contracted under any federation, so I'm an independent contractor. So if anybody calls me and wants me to come work for them, I'm there.
See, I've always wondered that with like the indie scene.
Mm-hmm.
Do a lot of promotions do contracts, or is it just kind of like, hey, if you want to wrestle this month, we're good with it? Or
there's a lot of indie promotional wrestling that hey, they'll contact you and ask you if you want to come and work, and you can say yes or no.
Yeah.
But a lot of them don't have any contracts for their wrestlers.
Yeah.
There's some out there that will try to contract you, and I would pretty much not advise to do that.
Yeah.
Because they'll have you with them, and you won't be able to go and work somewhere else.
yeah.
So if you want to get your name out and you want to do your thing, just be an independent contractor and work anywhere you want to work. So that's how that goes.
Okay. Because I can't talk about this with this asshole over here. The Royal Rumble, did that go down the way you thought it was going to?
Actually, I kind of knew how that was going to go down because I've been a big wrestling fan.
Yeah.
And I've been
You can usually tell the tales.
Yeah, anything that WWE does, AEW does, I can call it already. I can see how it goes. I guess I got a third eye for wrestling.
Yeah.
And I can see how they have the whole storyline or the whole niche and everything, how it all goes. And I was like, I called it.
See, I figured Sammy would turn, but I did not see Jay turning.
Well,
it didn't surprise me, but at the same time, I thought he would stick with the bloodline, but I didn't see him quitting.
Yeah.
Like that threw me for a loop, but I knew Cody was going to win.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They made that too obvious that he was going to win that. All right, so do you think the Roman Reigns era is almost over?
It's possible, yeah.
Because I know he went part-time.
He did, and I read. I have things sent to me all the time. I have wrestling news feeds. I have people that's, I don't want to say like behind the scenes or anything like that there, but like just people that they send me stuff, and I'm just like, okay, well, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. Well, I don't tell everybody. I just know how it's gonna go down, and I'm a big wrestling fan first, so
I know. I just had to break it to Jackson because he's had, Jackson loves wrestling. I honestly think he loves wrestling more than I do, and I've loved wrestling my whole life.
Yeah,
but a lot of his friends at school, they don't really make fun of him, but they've been telling him, "Oh, wrestling's fake. Wrestling's fake." So he come to me and he was like, "Dad, wrestling
old F word."
Yeah, he was like, "It's fake." And see, I didn't want him under the assumption it's fake. I told him, I said, "Son, you have to realize these guys are playing characters." I was like, "But let me hit you in the back with a steel chair and you tell me how fake that is."
Right.
And I believe we talked about that last time, but like I had to break it to him like, no, Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens really don't hate each other. Like backstage they're hugging and saying, "Hey, good match, man." And, and like he was talking about all the guys you fought, and I was like, Havok doesn't really hate those guys behind the scenes. I know.
Hey.
There was a couple.
Guys, I don't like some of those guys, but hey,
Yeah,
what
but
it is.
Like even if you don't like the person, like there's still a mutual respect unless they overstep their bounds.
Exactly.
Like last wrestling match where a guy got out of pocket without going into detail. He got out of pocket with you.
Very much so.
And I've never seen a man back down quicker in my life than when Havok stepped outside. He was like, "Oh fuck, I gotta get in the truck."
And
see that there's the difference between Havok in the ring and Havok outside. Havok in the ring is just a little bit toned down from the guy that's outside of the ring. I mean, it's not all the way turned down, but he's just a little bit toned.
Yeah. So would you say that is there a vast difference between Havok and Carl Hester?
Not really.
No, same person through and through, just a little toned down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've noticed Carl Hester because I'm assuming in that situation, you went from Havok to Carl Hester because then he was messing with your personal life.
Yes, very much so.
And Carl Hester will fuck somebody up for for people in his life. And
Like, for sure.
I was like, I don't think he's gonna need the help.
But I'm here if you do.
But like, if them other Goonies jump in, like, I'm throwing some hands.
Oh, yeah, me too.
You know, but yeah, because see, my thing is like I have two different personas. Okay, I have Andrew, who is everyday father, everyday husband, everyday worker.
Okay.
And then I have, when I get intoxicated, I have Andy, who comes out and he's ready to take his shorts off and be in his underwear.
Yeah.
You know, because it's the most comfortable thing. And if you're going to drink and get drunk, you know you're about to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation.
Right.
So you might as well be comfortable in an uncomfortable situation.
Thank you. Right? It makes fucking sense. But so I have like that. They're vastly different. Like Andrew does his taxes on time. You know, he goes to basketball practice. Andy is ready to do a keg stand at 270 pounds. You know, but I was just wondering if there was like a vast difference between.
See, I was just watching A&E biography with Undertaker. Matter of fact, just earlier, and in his earlier days, people asked him. You know, he said that the Undertaker and Mark Calloway, there's not a big difference. There's not a vast difference. He was always the Undertaker.
Yeah.
You know? And that's kind of me. I'm always Havok, just toned down just a little.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Carl Hester has to pay bills.
Exactly.
Havok just has to fuck people up.
Beat people down.
You know?
Beat their little asses. Nice.
I'm going to make him a shirt that just says Havok fucks people up. Like,
The Havok beatdown.
yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man. So everything with Havok is transferred over to this new promotion, right? The finisher, everything, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Havok has transferred over to HPTW, so that we're gonna see where that goes and how that is.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I was just wondering because I didn't know if like you were going to use that opportunity to maybe try and reinvent yourself or anything. But fuck, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it haven't been broke in about 20 years, so I'm not gonna fix it. You know.
Oh yeah. When are they going to put a title on you? That's what I need to know.
Last night was my debut there.
Yeah.
So I was told that they're gonna be bringing in titles and all of that, things of that nature. And I'm not looking for a title. I mean, a title doesn't make the man makes a title.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
And when that happens, then we'll just see what happens.
Yeah,
when they do put a title on me.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it'll be sooner than later.
It's got to happen.
I'm sure it will happen.
Yeah.
That didn't work. I was trying to use it as an armrest. And I was like, yeah, nope.
I'll just have to remember, because when you do fight for the title, I'll make the 3-hour drive, no problem. Like,
we'll
I'll
be
clear
there.
my whole fucking schedule for it.
I'll have to make that 3-hour drive also.
Exactly. But yeah, man, we're excited to have you back. I know we covered.
Glad to be back. You know. So.
Yeah, I know we covered a lot of stuff about wrestling in the last episode, so I don't want to make the whole episode about.
I have one more question about wrestling.
Let's ask all of it,
or at least maybe 7. I don't know yet.
Hey, I'm an open book. You can ask me anything about wrestling.
Hell yeah.
So in your 20-year career, as far as wrestling goes, how would you say that you have evolved within that 20 years of wrestling, as far as moves, your musics, finishers, things like that?
If you look at it, when I first started out, I was greener than grass, man.
Yeah.
You know, I did not know wrist. Well, I didn't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch.
Okay.
You know? And
I like that.
Say that 5 times fast.
No, I'm good.
But over the 20 years, I've sat and I've listened to the older generation. Mm-hmm. You know, and I'm the type of guy, when they sit down, they preach. You know, and I will listen to everything they have to say to bring it to absorb everything. You know? And pretty much like with the music, I think I started out with Thuggish Ruggish Bones when I first started out, and I was like, you know what, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I have my thing is that I have a persona, I guess. I mean, I guess people see, a black guy and rap music. I'm like, I don't want to do rap music.
Yeah.
That's not me. That's not my style. And then I went to Come Down by Bush.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I went to that.
Hell yeah.
For another promotion. I was like, okay, I like that. I'm
Shout out 90s, bitch.
right. I'm a rock guy, I like
Yeah.
rock and everything,
Oh yeah.
So and then I went from Come Down by Bush, and then I went to the song that I have now, and that's Shine Down by Outkast. And y'all scared it.
Yeah.
Oh,
After Jackson learned that it's your entrance music, it's on his he has a playlist that he listens to. He has wireless headphones.
Okay.
He listens to while he warms up basketball, and that's on his playlist now.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I swear to God, the kid's your biggest fan.
Yeah.
Like,
no
he is-
doubt. No doubt.
All right.
Yeah.
And then like with the finishers and everything, when I first started, I was doing, a power bomb. I was doing a power bomb, with Kevin Nash, and everybody was doing power bombs. All the big guys and the big promotions that was doing power bombs. Like, I really don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And then I was sitting on the couch one day watching like SmackDown, 2003 around there somewhere, 2004, and I seen one move. And I was like, you know what? I like that move. I think I'm going to try that move on the next time I go and practice, And I did it, and people was like, oh, my God, I love that move. I've never seen that move. Where'd you learn it from? And I had told him where I learned it from. And the guy that did it, he's passed away now.
Yeah.
And it was Sean O'Hara, if y'all know Sean O'Hara. I was a big fan of Sean O'Hara.
Yeah.
Big guy. He could do all the moves, top rope swan dons and all that type of stuff, So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to do that. And I did it at a training session. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to keep that.
Okay.
So,
Talking about it's going to work.
Yeah.
and matter of fact, I used it last night.
Hell yeah.
To win the match. And everybody was like, oh, my God, like, I've never seen that. And I was like, only guy that does it. So
Hell yeah. In the whole damn business.
And see, and that's also another thing. You want to distinguish yourself enough
Yeah.
from the other wrestlers within each promotion that you go to, and or if you say the big ones or whatever, you want to be able to distinguish yourself.
Right.
You don't want to do everything that everybody else is doing. Like you said, all the big guys are, when you first started, were really doing into power bombs
Right.
and all of this.
Yeah.
And
Not
after
choke slams.
and yeah, that, but and you just want to be able to distinguish yourself, and I think that's cool. Have you ever thought about using Cotton Eye Joe as an entrance song?
No, I have not.
Damn.
Listen, and I was going to say, because the last time we had you on, I told you if I had ring entrance music, it would be Your Body is a Wonderland by John Mayer.
Okay.
I've since changed that.
All right.
I don't want to use that now. I want to use You Got to Know When to Hold 'em.
Hey,
Know when to fold
Mine's
'em.
gonna-
Because I'm about to fold these motherfuckers.
Mine's going to be Waterfalls by TLC.
All right. That was good.
That was good. Fuck you.
That was almost, listen, I got to say, I've never seen somebody feel so uncomfortable than he was when I said my entrance music was going to be Your Body is a Wonderland.
I know. He's just like, whoa.
He was like, what? And I got to commend you because last time we had you on, like, you put so much faith in us. Like, you were coming over to a random guy's house with two fucking strangers.
With that being said,
Not like he was scared, I'm sure.
'Cause you were referred to me.
like I was
there's
a
that
little bit
Anxiety, yeah.
anxiety, exactly. Scared, no. Anxiety, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to
Why?
fuck these two up.
Because of Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm like, these guys are about to fucking Jeffrey Dahmer me, and I'm just like, I got too much trust in people.
Oh my
That's
God. I did not see that one coming.
No,
Holy
no.
fuck. Oh.
If anybody would, it'd be Marshall.
Yeah, for real. 100%.
Oh, man.
No, bullshit.
Quit giving away all my secrets.
He called it. If anybody was going to Jeffrey Dahmer somebody, it would be you.
Why is it always me that's got to be the serial killer, rapist, murder
Okay.
guy?
Because I believe
listen.
when I first walked out, I think I met you first.
No, it was Andy.
No,
first.
it was me because
Okay.
I made sure to be the one to greet you because I was the one you had been talking to.
Okay.
I made sure because when you texted me you were here, Marshall was like, oh, okay, and I was like, no, I'll go get him.
All right.
So you just don't want me to meet people now? Well, fuck you then.
It was not that. It was the fact that he was a stranger. I knew coming in like it's an uncomfortable situation. Like that's the downfall of like we love the fact that our studio's here.
Right.
Because we're not worried about landlords. We're not worried about like things that we can or cannot do to our studio.
Right.
But the downfall is bringing guests in. It's hard to get them to be like, hey, we need you to come to this house. You know, because when you hear house, you start thinking shit
Yeah,
like
it's
Jeffrey
yeah,
Dahmer.
They got a basement and everything. They're about to chop
No,
me
I
up
don't.
and-
I've explained this 100 times. I don't have a basement. I just have a crawl space.
See?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. With that being said, just based off all the information you've collected from us over the last few months, who do you think would be the more person to be the he looks I don't even gotta finish the question. He looks straight over at your ass. I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying you look more Dahmerish than I do.
It's the teeth, isn't it?
No, it's the whole fucking it's the missing hairline that you refuse to just do something with.
I'm gonna do something with it.
I get it. It would definitely be him.
Well, there's a first time for everything. I
but no.
freaked out. I freaked out a 6 foot tall, humongous man. So
You didn't freak him out because he would fuck you up in one punch. Let's call it
no,
what it is.
No, I would die immediately. I'm sure.
Believe me,
but
if I walked around built like this motherfucker, I'd be walking around not scared of a mother. Michael Myers who? I'll fucking Michael Myers up. If I'm, what are you, 6'6"?
Yes. I am.
Boy, I fucking nailed it. Fucking, if I was
Stand
6,
up next to Andy so the peoples can see how tall you really are.
Okay.
because keep in mind, I'm 5'10" and a half.
That is a mountain of a man.
Yeah.
that's like Mount Everest standing.
Oh
in
no,
your room.
I'll show you pictures after the show. Him standing next to Jackson.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
Absolutely
Yeah.
hilarious.
Jackson. What's funny is Jackson was standing on the side of the ring.
And still wasn't even close.
No, he had you by like 2 inches, like
Yeah.
barely anything. But
Okay.
no, I want to commend you, man, because not a lot of people would be like, oh yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I grew up in Southeast Dallas, so
Oh,
in
fuck
the
it.
80s,
he ain't.
so,
Yeah.
He ain't worried.
But no, I'm very thankful you did though, because I mean you're part of the Bohemian family now, brother. Like we were there. There's only a few people that I'm like after we've interviewed them, I'm like I want to bring them back. And like soon as you got done and you left, I told Marshall, I said we got to get him back because you're just you're interesting fucking person. And I think half of it's because it's my love for wrestling.
Okay.
I don't get to talk with it about everybody because not everybody likes wrestling,
Right.
especially like grown-ups, They're like, oh, it's fake or it's stupid. And I'm like, no, it's fucking entertaining is what it is.
It's entertaining and interesting once you get behind the scenes of it, So
If you can, like, especially like WWE, right? Like, that's more the entertainment fair. Like, the indie scene, I feel, is more the sports side because y'all are out there fucking, I mean, balls to the wall every night for not millions of dollars. Let's call it what it is. I mean, these guys, they still put their bodies on the line. I'll give it to them. I mean, fucking Cody Rhodes wrestled with a torn fucking pec. Like, you got to commend a guy for that shit because I'd have been belly aching like, no, fuck y'all. Like, no, you see this shit?
I'd have been crying.
So I've wrestled injured myself, and with some injuries or whatever, it's been, hey, you need to take about 4 to 6 weeks off, and I'm like, well, I can't do that because I have another show next week. So I just tape myself up, bandage myself up, and put my knee pads on, and I'm out, doing the thing again. The very next week. So. I mean, it's a little bit of money, but that money pays the bills also.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you got to do what you got to do.
Pays for them cruises. Man, you go on some cruises now. Damn. It's like every time I turn around, you got another one planned. You ready to go.
Well, March 4th, I'm out and I'm going on another cruise, and I will be in Cozumel and Progreso.
Okay. See, the cruise.
So you mean you won't be available for another interview that week then, right?
Damn, we're going to get you here on
Won't
the
be able to
4th.
see me.
It went straight Cena on your ass. Let me ask you, all the cruises you've gone through,
Yeah.
what's your favorite destination?
I think my favorite destination was Key West. Key West was that was back in September. Me and my old lady, me and my wife, whatever you want to call her. We went to the Bahamas, just for a vacation to get away, because I think I was doing like all these shows, and I think for this other promotion or whatever, I think that's like when a bunch of stuff went down. So I was like, man, I need to get away from everything for a while, and it was an 8-day cruise, and we went to Key West. We went to Half Moon Cay and the Bahamas. So I was just like, I love Key West.
Yeah.
And I was good with that.
You ever been to Belize?
I haven't been to Belize, but I'm going to Jamaica in October for my birthday.
Okay.
Nice.
I had a friend that went on a cruise to Jamaica, and he said, man, it's not all the hype. And I'm like, how can it not be?
Yeah.
It's fucking Jamaica.
I want to go visit Tahiti.
That's what's up.
That's where
I don't
I'd
even know
like to
where
go.
fucking Tahiti is.
Yeah, I got no idea either, but I've seen videos and pictures of it, and it looks amazing. So I'm gonna go see it.
I can tell you right now, Belize, it's fucking, the port you go to is fucking dirty.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, I enjoyed it because I went for like with a specific goal in mind. I went to go buy fake Oakleys.
Okay.
Like I come back with like 8 pair because they were like $10 a piece, and you can't, like, my fake Oakleys next to my real Oakleys, you can't tell the difference.
Okay.
But other than that, man, it's like, Belize was the most fun I ever had though. Like with how dirty it was, like the excursions were fucking off the chain, dude.
Okay.
Like I got so drunk I pissed myself. Like I wish that was a made up story, but that is true fact.
Oh, yeah.
But Cozumel, that's always a good spot to
Yeah,
go to.
it is. I've been there numerous times, and I like it. You know, every time I go there, I do a different excursion every time. So,
Yeah.
but or usually I just do stuff on my own.
Yeah.
So,
Man, this motherfucker. I wish I could like go. I have the kids, and they're a handful anyways. But I would love to be able just to pack up and be like, you know what, we're gonna go on a cruise in March. How about that? And fucking right now, I'm so fucking strapped. We're taking the kids to Disney in June.
Strapped, you just bought a bait.
Man, shut the fuck up. Question me. I'm strapped. I'm surprised.
You're strapped because you bought that base.
Well, no, because I financed it, so I'm not paying all of it at once. Thank you. Okay. But no, we're taking the kids to Disney in June. So mom's like, she's like, we're
Penny
not
pinching like crazy right now.
So, man. So what's been going on? Last time you were here, we talked to Havok, and I want to know more about Carl Hester now.
okay.
We got the backstory last time, where you were raised, I just want to know, like, what does Carl Hester do in his free time? Other than cruise, obviously.
Yeah, other than cruises.
Carl Hester in his free time, I try to hit the gym. I try to watch the newest movies or whatever that's out and everything. I just relax and chill, and sometimes I really don't have some downtime.
Yeah.
I just bought a PS5.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
And I think I've been on that for, I think I was on that for like maybe 2 days or whatever. And then I'm like back to doing this, that, and the other, and I got a lot of things going on. So, but my free time is fine, but sometimes I really don't have a lot of free time.
Few and far between.
Yeah.
You know what? There's not a statement out there that I don't feel more.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, Tim, my days are so packed, because now I have both kids in sports.
Okay.
Before it was just him, and she did cheerleading, so the fall was cheerleading, and then I only had to worry about one kid. Well, now she's playing basketball, and so like it's like practice here, practice there. Like they have a tournament next week. Me and my wife are supposed to go out of town next weekend.
Okay.
I say out of town. We're going to fucking Glenrose. Don't laugh, motherfucker. My in-laws got us a weekend at a bed and breakfast in Glenrose. Shut up.
I mean, technically it is out of town.
Technically, it is, motherfucker. It's not even in the same county, so
I mean,
kiss
it
my ass.
doesn't matter. As soon as you get past, the city limit sign in any direction, you're out of town.
Yeah. But so we're supposed to go to Glen Rose next weekend for a bed and breakfast. Don't look at me like that. I will be back in time to record next week, even early. We check out at Sunday. I'll be here. Don't worry. I can see that in your eyes. Like, why did he not mention this? What are we?
Why did you not put it on the calendar, Andrew?
Because we didn't have the calendar when I figured it out. Man, shut up. Shut up. Why are y'all attacking me tonight? I need a safe space.
Hey,
is what
listen,
I
I protected you today against him, okay?
How?
In the group chat by telling him not to talk that way to you. Don't talk that way to my brother.
What fucking way did you talk to me? I guess I didn't see
you
that
not
shit.
see that?
Told you to
I
shut
guess-
your mouth.
Oh, fuck you,
Will
Britt.
Ferrell from what?
it was Will. It was
It was Will Ferrell.
yeah, Will Ferrell from
From,
Anchorman said, "Watch your mouth."
Was it Anchorman? I thought that was the cop one with him and Mark Wahlberg.
Pretty sure.
I don't think that was Anchorman. I think it was the
The other guys?
other guys.
Oh yeah, it was the other guy.
And then
yeah.
then I
Dumbass.
popped in with don't talk to my don't talk
you
that way
dare
to my
talk
brother.
My brother like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was
All
like,
right.
I got you.
I feel that.
Yeah.
But no, so next week we're at a bed and breakfast in Glen Rose, but we have to come back to Rio Vista for a basketball tournament.
Okay.
So it's like I can't even enjoy my time off
Yeah.
with time off. Like,
Well, that's like me. Even though I don't have, Maddie's not in sports or anything, but she's in band.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow night she's got a recital. They're doing a recital tomorrow night. She does horse riding lessons on Sundays.
skip it.
We're doing all this stuff. So no, I will be there always to support my child. In
Fuck that
anything
little
she does.
shithead. She don't appreciate nobody.
Neither do your kids.
Hey, you're right.
All right.
But no, man. So I feel the whole not getting so much time off, and so with that being said, then does like now that you're with a new promotion and you're back to wrestling, and I'm assuming until something changes, you'll be a pretty regular wrestler in their promotion.
Yeah, I'll be a pretty regular wrestler there. Like I agreed to the 4th, which was yesterday. I agreed to that show, and then I start scrolling, on social media, and I see I'm on 2 more flyers, and I'm like, I didn't agree to that.
Yeah.
So
Oops.
I'm like, well, I guess if they're gonna book me, I guess I gotta be there. I'm that type of guy. If you book me, I'm there.
Yeah.
I'll try to be there as soon as I can. But they're like, hey, y'all got to be here by 2. I was like, not happening. That's not going to happen.
I'll be there an hour before my match. That's about as good as it get.
Well, I don't superstar everybody.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for 20 years. I still don't superstar. I get there about early enough for everything so I can see how everything's going down and all that things. But being there an hour or 2 hours before, I don't really do that. I'm there about 3 hours, maybe 4 at the latest.
Yeah.
To get everything situated.
Okay. So on a day of an event or a match that you have, what is kind of your routine that you go through to kind of get warmed up and or hyped up for your match that evening
Well,
or that afternoon?
Usually it's on Saturdays, right? So I go to work,
Yeah.
and make my money. And my boss, he's a real hard ass. He's a hard ass,
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, man, I can't give you off, at 12. You can't be off at 12. I'm like, dude, look here, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll do everything that I need to do, and then 12 o'clock, I got to split. He's like, well, okay. I'm like, all right, well, cool. 12 o'clock comes, I either come back home or whatever and pick up my wife, or I'll just leave straight from work and go to wherever the place is at.
Uh-huh.
And I'm listening to music, like some rock music or
Yep.
some Pantera or Nickelback.
Hey, Buck, Nickelback. Actually they have they have a concert at the Verizon Theater
Okay. Wow.
this year at
I'll
some
probably be
point.
there.
We support Nickelback on this podcast.
Oh yeah,
There you go.
like a
They
lot.
support
There you go.
Nickelback.
I listen to some Michael Jackson or something, anything that's got an upbeat tempo, because I know I'm gonna be up for another at least 10 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something to keep me up. And I get there, I put in my headphones, whatever. I get changed, I get dressed, and then I go to the ring and before everybody gets in, I get in, I run the ropes, see how it feels, and take bumps, see how the mat is and everything, you know. So that's like my routine to get started, and then I go back to the back, sit in the corner with my earbuds in, and I'm still like listening to music and excuse me. I listen to music and just make sure that I'm hyped for
Just get ready. Yeah. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Maybe 30 minutes before, I'll put my ring entrance on, and I'm listening to that for the next 30 minutes. Like listen to that and going through a match and everything. You know.
Okay.
In my head. So.
Kind of how you're gonna handle the opponent and everything.
I'm gonna put a beat down on somebody.
That works.
I'm gonna fuck them up. So does your daily regiment change from when you're wrestling to like the last few months you've had off?
Well, the last few months that I've had off, I've never done anything over the holidays. I don't like doing anything over the holidays because I have my daughters, you know, and they live up in North Dakota. You know, so when I have them, I don't really want to do any wrestling or anything. I want to spend time with them.
Yeah, you make the most of that.
Yeah. Exactly. So, but over the holidays between November and January 1st, I don't really do anything. You know, so, but after that, then I go back to doing wrestling and everything. So as soon as they leave, then I'll put all my time and energy back into wrestling. You know, so, but until then, I have my daughters and I hang out with them.
Okay, so like with your daily regimen, does like your diets or your workout regimens change when you're wrestling versus when you're just?
Sometimes they do. Sometimes I'll fast for a whole week, like from Monday to Saturday.
God,
because,
Maybe you should check that out, Andrew.
Hey, fuck you, asshole! Don't fucking condone that.
Do it, Clint. Do it now. Thank you.
Don't condone that. I'm the one that got you this gig. You get that, right? He didn't even want to hire you.
I mean, he's not wrong.
You know what? Both my legs work right.
Touche.
You cripple bitch.
But
I shouldn't make fun of that. I'm sorry. I shouldn't make fun of that. He was in a motorcycle accident a few years back, and it fucked his ankle up real bad. So like now he's got a gimp. And
so you're Von Erich.
Yeah, well, he looks more kind of like little Timmy off like Scrooge. Like, please, mister, can you spare some change?
I don't have enough muscles to be Von Erich.
Yeah, no, don't give him that credit.
Well, it's not that. It's the whole motorcycle accident that Kerry had, and
Yeah,
all that. So
you know what? I don't apologize. Fuck you. Okay, back to you.
But I mean, sometimes it changes, sometimes it doesn't. I just try to stay away from like fatty foods, so I'll eat vegetables and fruits and all that type of stuff. Just to.
I can see it in his. I'm sorry. I can see it in his face. Like as soon as you said fatty foods, like he looked directly at me, and I knew it was coming. Listen.
Oh yeah, you always do.
Okay, so here's my thing. I don't like it here anymore. I want to go home.
Bye.
No.
Wait.
I don't know.
You
I
gonna
have
say
nothing. I have nothing. So you stay away from fatty foods. So I guess it's a lot of like high protein, like chicken, salmon, stuff like that. Like a lot of greens.
Right. Like last night after the show, like we went to Whataburger. I hate Whataburger, but I have 5 guys, whatever. Like, dude, let's go to Whataburger. Let's go and eat. And I'm like, fine, whatever, man. It's like midnight, and that's like the only place that's open with
the dining room.
Dining room is open, and there's like 5 huge guys like walking in, and there's everybody standing around and seeing us walk in and everything, want to eat, and so it's like whatever.
I bet you those workers are like, fuck, we don't have enough patties for this. Like, we do not have enough patties for this.
They all got like triple meats and all this and stuff, and I'm like, let me get a
chicken sandwich. Yeah. Hell yeah. This motherfucker, I kid you not, like looking at us, you would think I would be the one to pile on the food, right? We go to Whataburger, I get a single Whataburger,
right?
Lettuce, pickles, medium fry, fucking drink. This motherfucker's over here, triple meat, triple cheese. And I'm like, I'm so mad because I'm like, your fucking ass, like, I don't know. His metabolism works a little better than mine. He's got a little bit of the pudge, but nothing like this shit.
Bless
But
you, Marshall.
Thank you.
it makes me mad to see him eat like that, and I'm like, I can't fucking eat like that if I tried.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
No, you can eat like that if you want
No,
to.
I can't. There's no way I could eat a fucking triple meat, triple cheese. There's no. I would
Well,
physically
just
throw
looking
up.
at you, it looks like you've eaten more than one.
All right, guys, we are in the market for a new co-host. We're not getting rid of him, but I need somebody. We're looking to hire a third person that can help gang up on him with me because I feel very attacked right now.
You should.
We
That
can
was
always
the
get
intention.
Yoko back in here. It's always fun when she's dragging on you with him.
Shut up, Clint. I hired you thinking I had some leverage, like you would be on my team.
Listen,
I'm Switzerland, man. I'm a neutral party.
I was gonna say he doesn't care. He's gonna come after either whenever
What
it
he's
benefits
doing,
him.
he's kissing ass to you because he knows I was gung ho to hire him from the get go, and your ass was on the fence. So he's trying to suck your ass, so you'll fucking be on his side. Now, fuck that.
I'm never gonna be on
Havoc,
his
how
know a
you
lot
side.
doing,
about
man?
sucking ass, Andy?
I'm good.
Yeah, we're dealing with a lot of turmoil in the relationship now. You know, the friendship, the broship that we did not deal with the last time you were here. We're trying to get a psychologist or a psychiatrist on as a guest.
Yeah.
To
help us figure this out.
Like we thought. All right, so we thought it would be funny because we've been best friends for 30 years.
Okay.
As we call it, and a lot of people kind of laugh at this, but we call ourselves hetero life partners, right? Because we're not gay, but at the same time, like I could see, like if my wife died first, like I could see us having like fucking sharing a room at a old folks home, being like roommates. Because
Right.
if I'm in an old folks home, I don't want to bunk with nobody I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But we thought it would be funny to bring in like a marriage counselor and do marriage counseling as best friends.
Okay.
To just see. But yeah, there's some turmoil here now, so we gotta work that out.
Gotta write it down on some paper there and see what's
We just need to put our problems out there. But
Hey, you got a table right here, so
We'll
put your problems out on the table.
save that for another episode.
so I'm gonna power bomb you through it, and that'll clear up all my
Hey,
problems.
that's a problem there. That's a problem solver right there. There you go.
I'm just saying, okay, so I know we talked about it last episode about us being able to possibly get I wanted to stone cold stun him in a ring. You think that might be a possibility with this new promotion?
I don't know. I don't have any stroke.
Okay.
If you want to call it. I don't have any stroke with these people right now because I'm still
Green to the company.
Yeah, I'm like really green to this company. Like I said, last night was my first match there and my debut there. And but yeah, like I can see what I can do.
We'll sign whatever waivers are necessary to get this done.
Hell yeah, man.
We're all about it. We still want to do it.
And it was so confusing because it was an 8-sided ring.
Ooh.
Really?
This was an 8-sided ring last
TNA used to do the 6 side, right?
6 sides, yeah.
So this is like
they
a-
added an extra 2 more poles to this ring and made it an 8-sided ring.
So you're talking about you're basically fighting in a UFC ring
You're in an
minus the
octagon.
cage.
An octagon, yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
Damn.
It was crazy. Like
So does that throw off your game plan at all? Like
it does, because when you go to whip a guy off or throw a guy into the ropes or whatever, and you don't know where he's coming from.
Yeah.
You don't know which side he's going. And when you come off a rope to go, head on or do a move with a guy, you don't know how to
what direction he'll be in.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it was a little confusing, but I've worked in worse.
He's like, at least they had a ring.
Yeah. It wasn't just plywood on the ground.
Yeah, well, me and Marshall thought about going to like Goodwill, buying a few of the mattresses, just lay them down in the backyard, put some some fence posts up, wrap some string around it.
Backyard wrestling.
Hey,
Bro,
When we
them-
were kids, that's how it was done.
Oh yeah,
shit,
but
not even that
I was-
trampoline, bro.
yeah.
Trampoline
I used to
wrestling.
fuck kids in my neighborhood up on a trampoline. Stone Cold Stun, I'd hit them with the fucking pedigree, like straight in, and that was before Triple H used to release.
Yeah.
He'd hold them all the way through. I'd fuck their kids up, fucking rug burning shit on their face, and I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, bully me again.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's the way it is, man. My son, he
Hey.
tries to fuck my daughter up on the trampoline, and then I got to step in and be like, hey, the fucking girl, dude, calm down. He was like, she needs a F5, and I'm like, Not from you, she don't.
Yeah, no,
asshole.
No.
Just
And piss him off is because she hits harder than he does, so he'll piss her off, and she'll well back and just lay his fucking ass out, and then he gets mad because he knows you can't hit her back.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, fucking. We grew up in the age of fucking backyard wrestling.
oh yeah, that's all we did. Like that was the whole purpose of a Saturday afternoon was you called your buddies over and y'all wrestled in the backyard.
Yeah.
thinking you were D-Generation X or the Triple H or whatever.
You wrestle in the backyard till one guy takes a bump too hard and they get pissed, and then it turns into a real ass fight.
Yeah.
Fight, right?
Yeah, and then one kid
turns into World Star Hip Hop.
Yeah, motherfuckers go home crying to their mom. He hit me in the face, bitch. You asked for it.
Speaking of that, in our bonus episode, I did say I fuck roses, and what I meant to say was I fucking hate roses. Is what I meant to say.
I thought you were trying to say I fuck with roses. Like I
No.
fuck with that, but
I mean, I've worked with roses before.
you have fucked roses before. I knew you would.
A couple of
weirdo.
scratches in some weird places.
Look, Havett's like, I'm not coming back.
He's like,
He's
I'm
like,
done.
first time was weird. Second time was fucking off the rails.
Well, just now that you know us, it's just this is what we do.
Yeah, we're a lot
Yeah.
more comfortable with you this time because
Okay, all right. So y'all was uncomfortable with me last time.
it wasn't.
That's
all right.
all on you. Good job, bud.
No, hold on.
You're
hold
an
on.
almost 7-foot mammoth. How could they not be?
No, it's not that. Our thing was, or my thing. I can't speak for this fucking Jeffrey Dahmer motherfucker. Hey, you said it. I'm just agreeing with you.
Use
Got the knife right there.
Yeah.
use my real name, Degenerate. That's
Okay.
Okay.
So I can't speak for this degenerate.
Thank you.
Coming in, it was just as, I don't want to say uneasy, but I was more worried about how to make you feel comfortable
Okay.
because I knew what situation, because I was already at a house that I'm comfortable with. I helped the motherfucker move in this house. So I knew coming in, so I didn't want to be comfortable because I was like, all right, he doesn't know who we are. He doesn't know like this kind of shit, this banter.
Right.
We held off on it because I was like, I don't know where your comedic level is or like what you find as a joke and what you don't find as a joke.
I think I'm a very comedic guy,
Oh, I agree. Now that I know you, but the first time I met you, I was like, we really got to play our P's and Q's till we figure out what kind of person he is.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, I didn't want to offend you, piss you off,
Yeah.
anything like that, and either A, get my ass beat or lose an opportunity to gain somebody that like this. We can bring you back on. You're awesome content. You're an awesome guy. Like we fucking 2 months in a row we drove out to Ennis to go see you wrestle, and that wasn't for anything other than the pure fact we wanted to support you.
Right.
Yeah.
My son, he fucking like you hung the fucking moon in that kid's eyes.
Yeah.
He still has that title belt, by the way.
Yeah, Marshall ended up actually giving him the belt.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, when he comes back out, if you bring a belt, you have to defend it.
Hey, did I not tell him that?
You did.
Because he was talking to me about while you were still wrestling for the last promotion before everything come to a head. He was like, Dad, are we going to go see Havok next month? And this was after Marshall gave him the belt.
Okay.
I was like, yeah. He was like, well, I'm going to take my title with me. I was like, remember, Havok said, if you're going to bring it, you're going to fight for it. And he was like, he looked at me like, fuck, what am I doing? So, but no, so yeah, we were kind of, I wouldn't say on alert, but we were more worried about making sure you were comfortable in the situation.
Right.
You know?
I'm comfortable in a lot of situations and everything, and I know when I'm like, when if I'm not, I'm like, well, it's time to hit the old dusty trail, you know. So, but I'm a laid back guy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty laid back, and I don't really take anything to heart, unless it's like really serious.
Yeah.
But besides that, I'm just like,
And see,
See, that's what I had to do. I had to, not let my Jeffrey Dahmer out, to make sure that you didn't run away. So
usually you vet the guest before the podcast. I had to vet him before I was like, all right, motherfucker, listen.
And I told, and honestly, and like you said, we have this banter, but he knows that I know when we have a guest on, we as much as possible, we're going to throw in little tidbits here and there, but
I understand that.
But as much as possible, we want the episode to be about you because that's why we brought you in. We enjoyed you being here. We wanted to have you in again, and for me, it's like when I meet someone, I'm me. Like I'll talk to you, I'll say hi, I'll just 9 times out of 10 I do way too much and just people are like, God, fuck that weirdo.
So I'm the same way. You know, I'm 6'6", you know,
Yeah.
265. And
I could take you. It's cool.
and
Oh God. Oh God.
I want to see this.
Oh God. Oh, I want him to fucking wreck you so fucking bad right now for the fact that you even joked saying that.
Yeah, total joke. I'm gonna run away now.
but I'm and with me saying that, I feel as if I intimidate a lot of people, you know, because of the face. I guess I got rested man face.
Yeah.
I've been told that before.
You have RBMF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Or RMFF.
something
Because
like that.
a male bitch would be a motherfucker.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Resting
'Cause,
motherfucker
I mean,
face.
you got to go Samuel L. Jackson. Like, no guy's going to be, they're not going to be okay being called a bitch because that's a challenge at that point.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
So, but a girl is like, you know, they take pride in, oh, I'm a bitch, you know? So men take pride in being motherfuckers. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a motherfucker, dude. Fuck with me.
Yeah.
So you would have resting motherfucker face.
We can go with that.
Yeah, I'm good. RMFF is the new Bohemian Chat City shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I go with that, and I'm just like, all right, well, I guess I'll have to break the ice with people. You know, I try to joke around with them and everything.
Yeah.
And if I say something and it comes back at me like in a negative way or just a smarky way, like with women, I'm like, you know what, whatever, man.
Yeah.
I just let it roll off.
Yeah, and that's a lot of the way I am too. I do that, you know, because I want you to be comfortable around me, and also at the same time, I want to be comfortable around you.
Exactly.
And I think that's the way it is with anybody. Whenever like when we first had you on, you know, both of us or all three of us at that point were making sure kind of we were filling each other out, trying to
Yeah,
figure out,
yeah.
you know, how we needed to operate that situation.
Right.
I think I was the only one who was not uncomfortable in the situation because
Yeah, that's true.
Like coming from your side, you're coming to a stranger's house, right? Coming from his side, he's having because was he the first guest we had on here?
Yes,
No,
No.
he was the first one we didn't know though,
correct.
because I think the only other guest we
We
had
had BJ on
BJ
at that point.
and he was my guitarist for like 10 years.
We've known him practically our whole lives too. So
So coming from that, like you were the first stranger we were bringing to his house,
Right.
You know, like his daughter lives here, so I think he was kind of like,
I completely understand that. I'm an understanding person.
yeah,
yeah. So I think I was the only one who was like, "Fuck it, it ain't my house."
Right.
You were a
This
little
guy's
on
not going to
edge.
be driving back and forth my house, you know, like stalking me and everything, you know. So
Yeah, like
That's
he don't
fine.
know where I live.
I've got 15 cameras around the house,
there you
and
go. Right.
worst case scenario, I'll just hang a note on the door said, "You got the wrong house. You need to go to this address,"
Put my
and
address.
put your address on it.
Like, fuck you. That would be something you do.
Fuck yeah.
I kind of get. I would have it coming to me. So I have this long-standing prank with him. You know the like car giveaways at the mall.
Okay.
You know it's all bullshit. It's a timeshare scam. But you enter your name to win the car, but you never actually win the car. Well, I used to work for those companies.
All right.
So now every time I go to the mall or Six Flags or anything and they have those, I fill out like 3 entry forms with his name and his information. That way they blow his shit up.
Yeah.
First time he did it, I got a phone call, and I'm like, I don't remember doing this. Like, what the? And I just, you know, they called me like 7, 8, 9 times. I finally answered it, and they were like, "Hello, you've won blah 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 blah. Come check this out, and you'll get da 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 da." And I'm like,
Yeah, I've gotten that also.
I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? And then Andrew, you know, I tell Andrew about it the next day, and he just gets that little glimmer in his eyes. I'm like, you sorry son of a bitch. I fucking hate you right now.
So now every time I do it, I have my wife take a picture of the entry form with me beside it.
all right.
And she'll send it to me.
Yeah, and then she'll send it to him.
Thank God.
I want to give them warning that somebody's about to call them. You know, like I'm not a complete asshole. Like
You were the first like 5 times you did it.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, but once you caught on to the fact that it was me,
Yeah.
like the gig was up.
Yeah.
Like the first couple times you're like, I don't get why they're fucking calling me.
Yeah, it's just all of a sudden started getting blown up. But speaking of that, have there ever been any?
Has there ever
Has there
ever been?
I don't care.
No, it's
Shut
not,
your whore mouth.
It's not. It's not often I get to correct you on your vocabulary
Shut
or your grammar.
your
So I'm going to take.
whore
I'm
mouth.
going to take the opportunity. I'm sorry, Havok. Listen, I usually mispronounce or just say the word wrong shit, like just now, the wrong shit altogether.
Okay.
And he is the first one to come at me and be like, yeah, that's not right. So the fact that he said, have there ever been, when clearly grammatically has there ever been, I've got to take the opportunity.
Hey,
Yeah.
So,
take it when you can.
my question is, has there ever been a time where you've played a practical joke?
You notice he said has this time. Okay.
You're right. Fuck you, fat boy. Has there ever been a time where you've played a practical joke like that on somebody and it either A, they thought it was funny, or B, it backfired on you and they just really got severely pissed off about it?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
If I have, I can't remember.
Okay.
You know, because I've probably done like so much stuff
Yeah.
in my lifetime that I don't know. I might have. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
I just thought I'd throw it out there. Ask if you had like a friend or something that would just do stupid shit like that too, and
Yeah.
just fuck with them all the time.
Well, I do have a friend and everything, and yeah, like y'all say, y'all been friends for like 30 years, and me and him, we've been friends for about that long also.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Since like high school, since like 94, I want to say, around somewhere, since we was like in 9th grade. But
You hate him as much as I hate him?
you can say that, yeah. But they know it's all in love. It's all
Oh no, my
No,
just
his
pure
is
hate.
actually pure
I just
hatred.
don't want to. I don't want to have to break in a new best friend.
Yeah.
is my whole deal.
I understand that.
I have no problems doing that. So
Yeah.
But no, so you ever prank them?
I pranked him a couple of times. I know I pranked him, but I just can't remember like the pranks that I've done.
Yeah.
And I don't want to try to even think about that because I've slept and I've wrestled since then.
yeah.
So is there a lot of like behind the backstage and all that? Is there a lot of like pranks and joking around and stuff like that?
There's a lot of that, but none on me.
Okay. Well, obviously,
I mean,
if I just gotta take a stupid ass person
hey,
to
look
like,
at-
I got him.
look at you, man. I wouldn't either.
I woke up today
Actually-
and chose violence.
Actually, honestly, I would have been the guy that did it just to see what happens.
Yeah,
Pull a prank on Havok.
I might just like laugh or whatever. And
Yeah.
just you got me.
You know what you ought to do? Fucking get you a pair of like granny panties and go into their bag and take their ring gear.
Yeah.
And then just leave the granny panties and just watch them. Like, I feel like that would be a good, like, it's a lighthearted, good prank to pull backstage.
Yeah.
And
Or give them a bikini.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be even better.
Okay. So the last wrestling match that we saw you in with the last promotion,
Okay.
I believe it was the first match. There's a dude that had dreadlocks, he had like a Kofi Kingston vibe to him. He did a lot of the crowd work, like getting out there and like he come and sat beside Jackson, real young guy. You could tell he was early 20s. You know what I'm talking about? It was the first time in like the 3 months that I went that I had seen him.
I think it was the night we won the belt, wasn't it?
No, it was the
Or was it
next.
not
It was the next.
It was the
match.
next one? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I probably know him if I seen him.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you'd ever wrestled because he was. I got to tell you, man, like he did a lot of the high flying stuff like Kofi Kingston, but like his crowd work was really awesome too because there was a lot of times like he'd come out of the ring,
Yeah.
and he would interact with the crowd, like because I know like you're there to do a match, but you're also there to entertain.
Yeah.
And obviously the kids are going to be your target demographic at an indie show because the majority of them are kids,
Right.
and they're the ones that fucking like they.
Those are the ones that you, like you said, you're targeting that's your demographic because they'll want to come back the next week.
Yeah.
To see you either get beat up or to come and boo you or cheer you or something like
Yeah.
that. Because when it comes down to it, when the kids want to come back, the parents they'll bug their parents. So the parents they'll have to come back also. So it's just a domino effect on when people come back and how you play the role and
Yeah.
interact with the fans.
It's like Jackson after every match, he was like, when's the next one?
Yeah.
And that's your, cause like the adults were there, we appreciate it, but like we know what it is,
Right.
You know, but the kids, they buy into it 100%.
Yeah.
You know, like
And that's fine. You know, I mean,
if you're a
that's
heel, they hate you, like legit hate you. Like we'll buy into it. Like I made the mistake of teaching Jackson how to heckle the wrestlers.
Yeah.
And it started with, I used to take him to baseball games. Cleburne has the Railroaders,
okay.
right? It's an amateur baseball league.
Minor league,
Minor league. Fuck you.
not amateur.
See what I'm talking about? But I always, when I go to those games, I try and get behind home plate.
Okay.
And
Oh, yeah, all
every
the time.
time the opposing team announces a batter, I taught my son how to yell out, "Never heard of her." You know, well, I didn't realize that carried into wrestling.
Okay.
So, like your first opponent, when they announced them, Jackson was like, "Never heard of her." And so, but like that's got to be is that the highlight of the wrestling match, is just seeing the kids get into it?
Yeah, it is, because with me being a heel, which is a bad guy. If people don't know wrestling, a heel is a bad guy and a face is a good guy.
Yeah.
You know? So as a heel, I love messing with kids.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, hell yeah.
I've told one kid I'll be under your bed when you get home. You know?
Nice. Hell yeah.
I've told them that, and they just like start bawling. They're like, I don't want him under my bed when I go home. I don't want to go
Guaranteed.
home, you know? And so it's fun. It's fun to mess with kids, you know?
Havoc's out here traumatizing people.
Hey, guarantee you, Havoc subconsciously just cockblocked that kid's family that night. Dad was going to try and get in. Kid's like, "No, I'm sleeping with y'all tonight, asshole."
Like, y'all better move over.
Like, I don't want to go to my bedroom and him be there. Fuck that. And Dad's like, "Man, I'm trying to get it in. Like,
real,
you want a
right?
little brother, don't you?" Yeah, guarantee you, Havoc cockblocked so many guys, not even knowing it.
And I'm sorry, you know?
No, don't apologize for that. Fuck, don't bring your kid to a wrestling match if you're not prepared.
For the consequences.
Yeah, I told Jackson, I was like, when we went to that one, because that was the first actual like wrestling match he'd ever been to that was like that close,
Like in his face.
you know, like no matter where you were sitting in that venue, like you were there. You
there,
You could fucking see it.
Yeah.
Like, so I had to warn him, Jackson. There's a chance that the wrestler might talk shit to you. Whatever you do not swing on him.
Yeah.
Because Jackson's the type of person, like, he'll get mad and he'll start swinging on a motherfucker.
Okay.
So I'd tell him, Jackson, don't swing on him, because if he does anything, I got to step in.
And then it's
like,
going to be a whole, and then Uncle Marshall's going to step in, and it's just going to be ridiculous.
But what I love is he heckled professionally.
Correct.
You know, like there was a luchador that was wrestling. It wasn't the tag team luchadors, the white luchadors. What was their... It was the white luchadors or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Like they had a pretty basic ass name for what they were.
Yeah.
But it was an actual luchador. It might have been the one you wrestled that night.
Okay.
But he come out of the ring, and Jackson like went to go give him a 5, and when he went to go high five Jackson did that.
Yeah.
Right. So after the match, after he lost, he come out of the ring, and he went to go undo his mask and started tugging at it, telling Jackson to pull on it. And when Jackson went to go grab it, he said, and I just started laughing my ass off. And Jackson looked at me like, "Are you going to let this motherfucker do this?"
Yeah.
But that, like, I could only imagine, because I'm not a wrestler, but like the adults, like, we get into it. Like, I heckle and I cheer, you know, like we cheered you on.
Yeah.
But like, I don't buy into it like the kids do. So like, I would imagine like the funnest part of being a indie wrestler is the kids. Cause like WWE, you have to assume like it's half of them don't even acknowledge the crowds, because you can't acknowledge all of them.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they have a specific demographic that they you know, they go out to, which is what, like 18 to 34 or something like that.
Yeah, for the
Royal
most
Rumble
part.
had 56,000 in attendance.
Yeah,
That was the biggest crowd. I think that was the biggest crowd that the Royal Rumble had. Like setting records, like that motherfucker was off the chain. That was by far one of the best Royal Rumbles I've ever seen.
I liked it. I enjoyed it myself. You know?
Yeah.
And,
Like that's the whole reason why we have Peacock at this point is for
yeah,
for
me
the
too.
pay-per-views.
You know,
Remember when you used to have to pay for that shit?
Oh, yeah.
Who fucking does that?
it was like $60 a month, you know, and then it went down to the WWE Network, which is like $9.89 a month.
Yeah, I used to still. We have a friend. He used to have the WWE Network, and I used to steal his so we could watch it. But man, you remember like you got lucky enough you knew somebody who had the illegal box.
Oh, yeah.
So you just went to their house.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, so like kids, it's got to be the most entertaining part of your career, right?
It is very much so. Like I said, I love joking with kids. I've been a heel, most of my career, and just me going back and forth with kids, it's fun and it's crazy. And with me, I'll say something or whatever to them, and then they'll say something and they'll pop up whatever, and I'm just like, whoa, I was just kidding. Don't worry about it. Just sit down. It's okay. And then like the mom or the dad, they'll start heckling me, and it just, like I say, it just goes from there, and it's a domino effect with the kids and the moms, the dads and me, and it's just fun.
So have you ever had a point at any point in time where you're just like, you know what, fuck this kid, I'm just drop kick his ass right through this chair?
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
Teenagers?
And I'm like,
Teenagers? Or they teenagers or little ones?
Some of the teenagers, they get a little rowdy and everything. I'm like, hey, you can calm that shit down real quick,
Yeah.
Don't mess with me. I mess with these kids here. So, but like I said, you mess with the kids, they'll want to come back. The parents, they'll come back and they'll bring more kids or whatever, and this kid will tell this kid that he was been messed with, and the next kid want to come and they want to interact with the wrestlers also. It's a big thing. So.
Yeah, that's why I love the whole indie scene of wrestling. Like I find, because I've been to WWE events, right, and like we were sitting at the very top when I went. So and that's not very entertaining.
It's not.
For one, it would be different if like you could hear the commentators, but being that high up and you're just watching it on a screen, you're like, fuck, I could be at home for this.
Exactly.
You know? So, but like being in the indie scene, like you're in the mix, like you were right there. Like I don't think I've ever been to an indie match where like even if you're at the back, you're not still able to be a part of the show. Yeah, you know, and I think that's what makes the indie scene, I feel, better than the. I don't want to say pros because y'all are pros. Like y'all are going out there doing exactly
the exact same thing. But we're doing the exact same thing, but we're not getting paid the money that they're getting paid. That's the only difference.
Yeah. To me, the indie wrestling part is a more, as we used this term last week or the week before, a more intimate setting.
Yes. I don't think intimate would be the right word for wrestling.
Why? It's more intimate. You're up closer to the wrestlers. You have
Look,
that back
he don't even agree.
But you have that back and forth with them.
He don't even agree with that.
I don't care. I think it is. Deal with it.
Fight him over it.
Okay. I ain't scared. I'll do it.
Between the wrestler and the audience, yes. But between the wrestler and the wrestler, I wouldn't say that.
No. And that's what I'm talking about, the wrestler and the audience.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, out of all the words
but then again, hey.
Intimacy is not one of them.
No.
But,
100% no.
Yeah.
Hey, but then again, we don't know what happens backstage.
Bruh. Hey, if you want to beat his ass, I'll hold his ass fucking down for you.
See, this is one of those situations.
Hey, you're talking about him stand up next to me.
Turn the cameras off.
Like, stand his ass up next to Marshall's short fucking ass.
But this is one of those situations where you know that I like you as a person because I've gotten too comfortable and now I'm starting to talk shit a lot.
Yeah.
That's how you know that you're cool with me.
And that's fine, you know, and I'm the type of person, if I joke around with you and everything, I like you. You know, if I don't say anything to you, I don't like you.
I'll just straight up tell you.
He don't like you. He ain't said a fucking thing to you since he got here.
Hey, he's big enough that he don't have to like you.
It's not wrong.
He said, no, I'm good. Whatever, he don't know you yet. That's all right. No, man, I dig the indie scene. So I got to throw a hypothetical out there. Okay. AEW calls you tomorrow.
Okay.
Are you going?
I would go to AEW. There's a lot of stuff about AEW that I don't like. I'm gonna just say that right now. There's a lot of stuff I don't like about them.
Don't feel bad. I don't think Tony Khan listens to this podcast, so I think you're safe.
I mean, even if he does,
yeah.
I mean, whatever.
You know, hey, it is what it is. You know, if they can get away from all the factions, I'm good with that. If they can get away from all the win-loss records and stuff, I'm good with that. Please. I mean, who really needs like a win-loss record or whatever when you come up, when you're doing your entrance, people don't need to know like how many.
That's more of a boxing or MMA thing.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, I'm like, why is this?
You get to a
even
stopping
up
point.
here?
I gotta pee.
So
Like,
Cry
or a
about
break.
it, why
A break
don't
point.
you?
All right, well, y'all talk. I'm gonna go pee. Fuck you.
Well, you're gonna miss the match. It's about to go down.
Believe me. Believe me, I could miss this match and know exactly what's about to happen. I don't have to be here to watch you.
Well, don't. Hey, listen. If you're wrong, you owe me $20.
But like I'm saying, AEW, I would go to AEW and check it out and see how it is. I mean, it would be just like another wrestling promotion that I would go to, and
Yeah.
it wouldn't be anything different.
So okay, so if you, so I'm assuming obviously if out of the big wrestling names, you would prefer, or if WWE called, you'd be there like that quick, or is it kind of the same situation as it is with AEW? It's kind of like, well, I don't. Is it a situation where it's the pros have to outweigh the cons in order for you to transition to something that big straight off the bat?
Yeah, and preferably, I would rather go to New Japan.
Yeah,
because New Japan they have all their stuff together. They know how to feed the fans. In America, American wrestling is just how much money they can put in their pockets. But New Japan and All Japan, those people over there, they know how to please the fans.
Yeah. So would you say that's the biggest difference between American and Japanese, or other countries wrestling?
Yeah, and they actually wrestle.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of commercials or promos in between. It's wrestling.
Okay.
But with American wrestling, there's just a bunch of BS. Like, there's so many promos and this and that and the other. And it's just like, oh my God, really, let's just get to the wrestling part.
Yeah. So for you, the dialogue between different wrestlers, I mean, obviously short and sweet is cool, but when you have them in the ring for 4 minutes, 5 minutes at a time, just going on and on, that's where it kind of is just like,
talking and everything. Like, let's talk more wrestle. This is what I tune into, is to watch wrestling, not to watch you talk.
Yeah, because I mean, if you wanted to watch them talk, you'd watch a talk show.
Exactly.
Not wrestling. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like WABE has gotten real bad about that.
Yeah.
Like, it's more about like every wrestler that's injured, you notice they get like a little segment show, like a talk show.
Yeah.
And
I don't like that. I mean, with Cody Rhodes, when he got injured, during the Royal Rumble, there was like a good 5 minutes, like a really good 5 minutes of them going back to when he got injured, all the way through his whole recovery and everything.
Oh yeah, the recap, like the recap promos.
Yeah, and I didn't like that. And another thing I didn't like was that WWE, they have taken almost the excitement or the intrigue out of like the Royal Rumble, per se. Surprises, Cody Rhodes should have been a surprise.
Yeah, they should have hit that better.
It just shouldn't have been he's saying, "Oh, I'm coming back," or "I'm back at the Royal Rumble." It just should have been like 3, 2, 1, and his music hit. It would have been a bigger
kind of like what he did at WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though we had hints of him showing like he was coming back.
Yeah,
remember, because they almost leaked the fact that he was coming back to WWE. And everybody kind of figured, since Seth Rollins didn't have an actual card match yet, like he was like surprise opponent. Like, but it was that moment of suspense, because it was all rumor at the point.
Yeah.
Even though we kind of assumed it was. I mean, they didn't really give too much, but it was still rumor. It was never confirmed.
That's the problem with social media today, is that you can get on social media and you can just pretty much know what's happening or what's gonna happen. In the wrestling industry, and that's just something I really don't partake or like in that. So
okay, so your opinion, Logan Paul is a wrestler.
Oh my God,
you don't like it?
Oh my goodness.
Havok, is this the first disagreement we're having?
Yes.
You don't like him I think he's fucking, I think he surpassed all the expectations he had as a wrestler. he is fucking entertaining, and he can hack it. You don't think so?
He's only had 2 matches.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only had 2 matches. He's done a couple of big spots. I'll call Logan Paul a spot monkey because when he wrestled Roman Reigns at Clash of Castle or whatever or something, he did the jumping forearm or whatever, a jumping elbow drop off the top of the rope or whatever onto Roman Reigns onto the table, spot monkey. And then at the Royal Rumble, it was him and Ricochet doing the
Was that not
springboard.
fucking entertaining though?
It was, but Kofi Kingston and CM Punk did it first at the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. Now, okay, bringing up Kofi Kingston, the weird saves. Do you think that era is over now? Because this is 2 years.
It's over.
2 years in a row, he's botched the whole.
It's over.
Now, my next question then: do you think he tries it next year, or do you think he hangs it up?
I think he tries it next year. I mean, how many times can you jump onto a barricade? How many times can you do handstands?
Yeah.
How many times can you use a chair? I mean, if he does it next year, it's got to be something that blows everything out of the water.
Yeah.
You know,
To let him know I can still do this.
Yeah.
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 'Cause
And
he's-
I don't think he has anything else to prove.
Yeah. Oh no. I think them stripping him of the title when they did, like there's 2 title strips that I feel like were premature and should have went more of a distance. It's him because he was a good promotional champion.
Yeah.
He had the I'm a fighting champion. I got the chip on my shoulder. You know, he had been in the business. He had something to prove.
Right.
You know, that worked for him, that image, because every champion comes out, they're like, I'm a fighting champion. I'll fight whoever.
I think the thing is that the underdog story with wrestlers are done.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, see, and my next one is Drew McIntyre. I feel like they fucked him so hard because, and this is the way I see it. This man carries you through the pandemic. I mean, he was the most exciting thing in a time that you couldn't be that exciting. You didn't have the crowd. You had pre-recorded crowd chants.
Background check. Yeah.
But he made WWE fucking entertaining.
Yeah.
Between him and The Fiend.
Well, with that there, he made it entertaining, and they put the title on him. Why? Because Brock Lesnar didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Goldberg didn't want to be there.
Them giving Goldberg that title then was bullshit. I'm like Brock Lesnar. I respect Brock Lesnar.
Right.
I mean, he has earned the right to be where he's at. But at the same time, you can't expect to win the title showing up one day a year.
No.
You know, like John Cena, he wrestles one day a year. He got the title match versus Roman. I get that. It's a promotional thing. But at the same time, he didn't deserve it.
He don't.
I
don't think he deserved it. No.
He's earned the legend title.
Yeah.
You know, because fucking John Cena. You know, like
Well, I'm surprised they even know where he's at to give him the title anyway.
well, he's fucking in Hollywood.
Yeah,
he's making movies.
pretty much.
But
I
I got it. 'Cause you can't- yeah, it wasn't that good of a joke. It wasn't that good of a joke.
It would have
you're
been if
just-
you'd understood it.
Yeah.
All right.
The only thing I like about John Cena is Peacemaker. That's it.
Yeah. Well, and so your finisher is almost like a variation of the what is not the five knuckle show,
The FU,
FU.
or the Attitude Adjustment.
right? Because he's got him up here and he flips the legs over the head, right?
Yeah.
But you flip the head over the legs.
Yeah.
Correct, and that's the HVAC.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So,
fucking. I tried explaining that to Jackson, and he was like, "Dad, just do it to me." And I was like, "Wait, what?" He was like, "I don't understand it. Just do it to me." I was
You
like,
questioned it? I would have done it instantly.
"Well, his mom was there, and but okay." So my thing is like these guys don't deserve to come in one day a year. Like, how would you feel if like hypothetically with this new promotion, right? You go all year and you're wrestling. You're proving your worth. You're showing them, listen, I'm the fucking guy that guys can come to. I'm professional in the ring. I'm looking out for these guys as well as myself. I'm giving fucking entertaining shows.
I'm bringing people in all the time.
Every fucking day that you're having matches.
Yeah.
And then Cowboy for hypothetical, right? Or you know what? We'll go more personal to you. Say Noby Bryant comes in first day and they give him a title match over you.
Right.
Like as Havok, the not the wrestler in the match or the setting, but Havok as the person, Carl Hester, would that not piss you off a little bit?
It would, yeah.
Because you've been out there busting your fucking ass, and that's why I'm so irritated with WWE for doing Drew McIntyre the way they did, because it's not that they stripped the title from him, it's they let him carry it, and they had a great story between him and Randy Orton.
Yeah.
You know, it was entertaining for what it needed to be, and Drew McIntyre showed that he can be a main card fucking guy. Like he can sell the merch, he can have the crowd. He was an awesome face.
Right.
You know, I remember when he was with Shane McMahon as a heel, and you know, it was like, really, this guy? But as a face, he works better. And then for as soon as you go back to live audience, you strip him of the title and you put him back at mid card. Like now, like he can't even get a shot unless he's tagging with Sheamus, who's obviously past his prime.
Right.
Like
I would say so. The only thing that has eluded him is the Intercontinental title, and I believe that he will win that at WrestleMania. That's what I think.
Drew,
Sheamus.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing is, like, I feel like Marshall's saying here, like, Jesus Christ. But like,
I'm enjoying the conversation.
Sheamus will never get past mid card titles anymore.
No, he won't.
It took them what, 8 months of the storyline with Sami Zayn to get him back into a main card setting.
I don't
and I don't think
I don't see Sami Zayn as a main event guy.
No, he's going to lose this match because he'll face Roman at Elimination Chamber for the title, and he'll obviously lose.
Right.
And see, that's my thing is, like, I feel like Roman Reigns, his whole title thing is past its prime. It's not entertaining anymore.
Well, with that being said, I've told a lot of people, I'm like, he has not held those two titles for 890 whatever days, you know.
It's just a universal.
Just universal title.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, and people debate with me, I'm like, no, it's not that. You know, if you are a wrestling buff or if you know you're wrestling, then, you know, he just won the WWE title at WrestleMania. You know, he's done had it for
300
a year.
Yeah.
You know. But I just can't see myself, you know, acknowledging him or whatever, you know, with both titles at 800 and something days. It just doesn't work like that with me.
You think him versus The Rock will ever actually happen?
No.
Really?
Yes.
Man, you're crushing my
matter of fact about it too. No hesitation in those answers.
Straight based on that.
You're crushing my fucking dreams right now.
That's not gonna happen, because if it would have happened, it would have started at the Royal Rumble. You know?
See, yeah. Like start setting it up for WrestleMania, because I feel like if it's going to happen, it's going to happen at a WrestleMania.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that I'm thinking that Cody he's gonna defend the title, both titles, whatever, I guess, both nights, and the first one is against Cody Rhodes. But then again, you know, they've only got maybe 2 months left or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's at the end of March or April.
You don't think Cody goes for both of them?
I think what Cody should do is just say he wants to go for the WWE title. You know, the Universal title is bullshit.
You think so?
The Universal title. I mean, when I first heard the Universal title, I'm like, why the hell are they getting this shit from?
Yeah, how can you be a universal title when you're not universal?
Yeah. What is the universal title? Is that just all of them combined, or is it just an extra title that they made up?
It's an extra title because when they split brands, and correct me if I'm wrong,
They needed a champion.
yeah,
on
when they
SmackDown.
split brands, like SmackDown's its own brand and Raw's its own brand.
Yeah.
Well, they had to find a way for there still to be main card title fights and not have to because they did that so wrestlers could have more days off. Because if you're wrestling at SmackDown, you don't have to be there Friday for SmackDown and then be in the next town Monday or dual, like have two shows in one town record. Because that's what they did when I went back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
They recorded SmackDown and Raw the same night.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how, like that crushed my dream.
So that they can have, the next 4 days off.
Yeah.
Or house shows or something like that.
Yeah, so it gives the wrestlers more time off because now you're only having to commit to one night a week.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So
last time I watched wrestling, the top title was like the heavyweight champion.
Yeah. So the Universal title was a way for them to split brands, both have a world title, and it'd be able to justify itself.
Gotcha.
But now with Roman, I really thought they were going to actually unify the titles and bring out one main title. And because you've seen a lot of brand crossing now.
Yeah.
So I feel like with Triple H at the helm, like he's starting to be like, all right, no, we're going to bring this back
Well,
to.
it's that and Fox and USA, they are pretty much asking WWE that they want one title on each show.
Okay.
Because Fox has spoken to Vince McMahon about that they only wanted one title, and USA is like really pissed that they don't have a title on the Raw show on their network. So everything's gonna come to a head at WrestleMania.
And see, that's what kind of sucks is because with Roman being the SmackDown ambassador, like he's not showing up on Raw. Like after the Royal Rumble, I watched Raw thinking, okay, he's gonna make an appearance. Like they're gonna talk this, they're gonna bring us up to date with the bloodline, the Sami Zayn thing, and then he never showed. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then they're like, oh, he'll be on SmackDown. I'm like, what the fuck?
And that's what the USA Network is really pissed off about. There's not a champion on there on that show.
Fucking yeah, because Austin Theory, which is I don't like that guy. You like him? His mic work sucks ass. His mic work sucks ass.
I think Austin Theory is undercover. I think he is.
What do you mean undercover? like bring me in.
I think Austin Theory is a little big. He's got some little sugar in his tank.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So he's like Andy.
Fuck you. I pulled way more bitches in a 3-year span than you did your whole fucking sex career, asshole.
I mean, I can't disagree with that.
Exactly. Shut up. First girl you had sex with, you got her pregnant. Shut up.
No.
You virgin.
No.
Fuck. This fucking nerd.
But yeah, I mean,
have fun with your fleshlight later, you dumbass.
I'm not a fan of Austin Theory.
Don't be jealous of her.
Yeah, I'm not either. When he first come out, everybody was talking about him being the next John Cena because he's built like him. He had the swag kind of. So everybody was like, "Oh, he's going to be the next John Cena," and of course, he was Vince's boy toy.
Yeah. That's a match that's going to happen at WrestleMania. Him and Theory. Theory and
John Cena.
Yeah.
You think so?
I know so.
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah! I hope John Cena fucks his shit up. They gonna go for the United States?
I think so.
I
think Theory's gonna.
You think he retains at Elimination Chamber?
Yes.
Because they got a bunch of no names wrestling for it. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
Like Bobby Lashley is the only. I wish they would give it back to Lashley.
Yeah.
See, he was another one that when he first become champ, I was like, his mic work sucks.
That's why they put MVP with him. So that's why
I get that. But as you notice, like through him being a champ, like his mic work's gotten really fucking good.
Right.
He's entertaining now.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not believable. Like when he first got the belt, like his talk was not believable.
When you say mic work, like as far as him like talking shit to people and stuff.
Yeah, like when he got on there and like they cut the promos, like, oh, I'm gonna beat his ass at this event, or you don't want a piece of this. Like he wasn't good on the mic. It wasn't natural. Like in your wrestlers, you want them to be natural on the mic. Like if you're talking shit, you want to believe, you know, even knowing that not necessarily that it's scripted, but knowing that this is already predestined that these two are going to fight regardless.
Yeah.
At this point, you're just trying to hype the matchup, kind of like the prelims in boxing and UFC, where they get together and they're really talking shit. Even though most of the time, like Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz, one of the biggest rivalries in UFC history, you know, they got the fuck at each other.
Yeah.
At these prelims so bad that they had to be separated, but after the match, they're friends. Like they're actually friends in real life. They were training partners for the longest time.
Yeah.
Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz, another big rivalry in the UFC. Same situation. So it's no different in the UFC, even though it's not like I'm not going to say it's scripted, because when y'all get out there, like y'all are having to communicate to each other. Like, listen, I'm about to do this. You need to be ready for it, because you don't need to get hurt, and I don't want to get hurt.
Right.
And the UFC is not that way. It's off the cusp. Like we're fucking, we're killing each other. But even still, it shows you that even the rawest of fighting.
Yeah.
And I say rawest because this clearly shows it's not much different than professional wrestling.
No.
Because at the end of the day, you're portraying you hate this person, even though y'all are friends off camera.
Right.
So like Logan Paul, all the shit he talked to Mayweather and all that, and then after he beat Mayweather, even though I think that's contested, I'm not saying he didn't, but as soon as he got done with the match, he got on the mic and was like, I'm so honored to be able to fight the greatest boxer in history. I'm like, what about the last 6 months? You were fucking talking so much shit to him. And like McGregor, same thing. I'm like, you were sitting there saying this motherfucker can't read 2 months ago, and now you're telling me you're honored to be able to fight Floyd Mayweather? Like, get your shit right. So even with that, like the mic work in wrestling, still has to be organic.
Yeah.
Right? Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right. You're completely right about that, you know.
Because like if you're portrayed as this like shit talker and all that, and you get on the mic and you stumble on it, people are like, this motherfucker ain't shit.
Now, how big of a are you a big shit talker, or are you just more I'm gonna just get in the ring and beat your ass type person?
All my stuff is in the ring, you know.
Yeah.
Like I do my talking in the ring.
Yeah.
I don't have to talk on the mic. I'll say a couple of things on the mic.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I do my talking in the ring.
Okay.
So
yeah, I just like I said, we did the few times we've been to see you. You know that I think you might have said one thing on a mic, and then that was it.
He lets that ass whooping speak for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just didn't know. I mean,
Well,
have there been times where have you just never really been a shit talker on the microphone?
There's been times that I've had to grab a mic and cut a little promo or whatnot, something like that. But most of the time, I'm just like, I don't need a mic. You come and you watch what I do in the ring. That speaks for itself.
Okay.
See, and that's like the last promotion you work for. Like the wrestling matches were awesome, you know. But it's like the people they had talking on the mic, like the commentators and stuff, like that kind of killed the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you're going to do that, get somebody who is comfortable doing that.
Right.
You know, not just throwing people in there to be like, hey, we need you to do this.
Yeah.
And that
and I spoke to him about that, you know, so just little tweaks and stuff.
Well, see,
things.
They were trying to get me and Marshall to commentate. Which would have been a little more organic because I know the world of wrestling, and you know, Marshall just runs his mouth to me,
and then I could have just sat there and went, "Wow, would you look at that?"
Yeah. But man, I think we're about close to time, right? We got to be.
I don't know. Ask the
We're sitting
producer.
at 141 right now.
141.
That's fine.
Yeah, man. Well, shit, Havok. I'm just pre-warning you now. Bohemian Chat City now has a radio show.
Okay.
In Burleson.
All right.
Tuesdays at 6 p.m. I don't know what your work schedule looks like.
I'm usually off on those days.
On Tuesdays?
Yeah.
Fuck. get ready because not only you're going to be a guest on Gassed Up, the radio show is called Gassed Up with Bohemian Chat City.
Okay.
With Joco Community Radio.
Hey, I did podcasts with them also.
Oh, no shit?
Joko, yeah.
Hell yeah.
In Burson, it was in Burson, over Babe's Chickens up there.
Yeah, they've moved from there.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
That's
It's still on Renfro. It's across 174 on Renfro, though,
Okay.
on the other side by the CC's.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I would love to get you on the radio show too.
Hey,
and
beat on it.
you know, because at least that one's live, so we can't fuck up on that one.
true.
We're still nervous. Our first radio show is Tuesday.
Okay.
And we're like Tuesday at 6, so we're fucking prime time.
Right.
You know, and I'm a little nervous because at least here, if we fuck up,
It can be edited.
it can be edited out. You know, a nice little cut and fade.
Yeah. I got faith in you guys. You know, y'all are good. Y'all are good guys that you know, you keep it going. So
Yeah.
We're hoping.
Yeah, but
Running with it.
man, I appreciate you so much for coming in.
hey, I appreciate y'all me coming out. You know, so I mean, last time I was supposed to came out, I was under the weather. You know.
Well, I see you're feeling better.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel better. Yeah, I feel really good.
Did you get the vid?
Do what?
Did you get the vid?
No.
It's not a thing anymore. You notice that?
It's back to the flu now.
Yeah, the flu.
Yeah,
the flu's the
flu.
mean man.
Yeah, I think it was just a weather change.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I think I only get sick like maybe twice a year,
Hell yeah.
and it's either when the weather changes from hot to really cold really fast, or from hot to cold or whatever. You know, there's like a 30-degree difference.
I know the
overnight.
feeling. I know
Yeah.
the feeling.
I think all of us in this room are that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as that temperature drops or changes in any bit,
Uh-huh.
that big jump, it's game over.
Yeah.
All right, so let's end on this. Toe to toe, who do you got prediction on in the squared circle? Who wins, COVID or influenza?
Flu. I'm taking the flu.
COVID has put a lot of people down.
Yeah.
A lot of people down. I didn't really hear too much about the influenza, but I'm gonna go with COVID.
You can go COVID?
Yeah.
See, I'm going flu too.
Me too.
Because
Yeah.
flu's been around longer.
Yeah, you got to go with flu. It's got more experience.
Flu's been around longer, but COVID killed quotations. COVID killed a lot of people during
You
a
heard it first.
2-year.
You heard it first, people. The government killed people.
Who'd have thunk it? I mean, we have a military.
They year or whatever that they was around, they took out a lot of people. You know.
Hey.
I think I might take COVID now. I mean, he's calling it. You got to.
Well, you remember when we had Ebola or Ebola or whatever?
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
Ebola?
but that was
Swine
like back
flu?
in like 18 back in the
No,
1800s.
Remember back? I think it was late
2010.
90s, early 2000s.
No, it was like 2010.
Ebola made a quick like 3
Comeback.
month
Yeah.
visit and then just disappeared.
Yeah.
Or what I love, you remember the Zika virus with the mosquitoes?
Yeah.
I remember those,
Motherfuckers freaked the fuck out when they saw
Yeah.
mosquitoes for a good 3 months.
Oh, I was. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm killing mosquitoes left and right.
Swine flu, that shit.
You remember the anthrax scare?
Yeah.
Anthrax,
Hell yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I remember, funny story. I was in 8th grade when that happened, right? So everybody was on high alert with anthrax. Well, a guy in our school had the sleeve of powdered donuts.
Okay.
And he dropped the extra powder on the step, and they shut the whole fucking school down.
Oh,
like we were on lockdown in our classrooms.
Yeah.
And had like the CDC come out and test it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were stuck in the school until the shit went through. Like calling parents and shit. And this was before cell phones were like a big thing.
Oh my god.
So they were calling work and homes and everything.
You're talking about embarrassed. Our school officials were so embarrassed when the CDC was like, "Yeah, this is fucking powdered sugar."
I do have statistics on flu versus COVID.
Oh no shit! See, this is why we hired him.
All right.
Right? He goes the extra mile. Who wins?
So it's definitely COVID.
Boom.
Oh shit!
For 2019 to 2020 for the flu, deaths were 22,000. COVID 2020 was 385,000.
Damn.
What website? That the CDC website?
Good
Oh,
RX. Yeah.
okay.
All
that's-
right. Yeah.
Reputable.
yeah.
Yeah, reputable enough.
All right. So COVID takes But see,
COVID.
and see, that's not a fair fight because COVID's only been around since 2020 or 2020. Yeah.
Yeah.
And flu's been around forever, so you can't go off total numbers.
Well,
so,
2018, 2019 flu was 34,000.
so they're still not even close. All right.
Yeah, I would say average flu has probably killed more altogether.
Overall, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So COVID wins. We'll give it to COVID. All right. This is switch over cameras for me. Thank you, sir. This is that part of the episode, guys. You know, and it's just another thing to plug.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know what? Go back to the static view because I feel like people should be able to see Marshall while we talk about this.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Definitely check out the fucking social medias, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Come on now, YouTube.
We've also started a Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter. Even though I don't see us ever posting on Twitter, but it's there if you want to talk to us on it. We'll get the notification. We'll talk back. But
if you want to go subscribe to all of those platforms, please do it.
Bro, we need to hit them with the actual we have a link now that will literally, it's one link you put in and it will take you to all of our links.
It's our business card, our digital business card, basically is what it is. I'll throw that up.
Yeah. But so yeah, check out the YouTube. If you're a first time listener of Bohemian Chat City, we post every Thursday. You get content like this, even content that you probably don't want to. Oh God.
Yes. No, he wants to arm wrestle.
we're arm
Yeah, he
wrestling. Come on, big dog. You scared? Somebody's scared.
I guarantee you he's not fucking scared.
Sunday.
I'm ready for this.
All right, you ready? Go. He's playing with you.
I know he is.
He's playing with you.
He's not even trying.
He's straight face.
I'm putting everything into this. He was falling off the chair, but he wasn't even trying. That's the sad thing.
He was just letting you tire yourself out.
I was like,
And this man just wrestled last night too.
I know.
So his body's not even 100% right now.
and he was still like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, we can go back to what you were doing.
Just to plug, guys, if an hour and a half is not enough content for you a week, tune in to Joko Community Radio. We will have the link up in the description as well. Gassed Up with Bohemian Chat City live Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. We're going to talk about some hard-hitting topics of the world. Like, I'm not going to give you any. You just got to listen.
Yeah.
But you're going to get. It's not a serious or I almost said podcast.
Ooh.
It's not a serious radio show per se, but we will talk about some serious topics and just kind of give some comedic relief as well as some life experiences with it. Again, that's Gassed Up with Bohemian Chat City live on Joko Community Radio Tuesdays at 6 p.m. You got anything else for the people?
No, you pretty much said it all.
Shit. All right, Havok, man, I appreciate you coming back.
It's always a pleasure.
Yes, sir. We look forward to the next time. What we'll do, if you'll give Marshall your links to, I know Havok has, you have your own Facebook page as well as if you'll get us the flyer to your next show,
Okay.
we'll post it as well. That way, if you're in I'm assuming it's at Pecan Gap again. Mm-hmm. All right. So if you live in the Pecan Gap area or you're looking for something to do on a Saturday night that's cheap, fucking awesome fun, because I think tickets probably $10 to get in.
Yeah.
You're not going to find any fun like that for cheaper. We'll put the flyer up. That way you guys can go check out Havok in Ring, which is fucking entertaining as shit. So
It's always entertaining.
yeah, be sure to check that out. But Havok, you got anything else for the people?
No, just thank y'all for listening.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, Marshall, I fucking love you, bro.
Fucking love you too, brother.
All right, we're out.
Later.
Bohemian Chat City is a Half-Life Media production. Producers on this podcast are Marshall Stepp and Clint Ashworth.